How's it going, guys? I'm your host Korriban Gaming, and we have another very special video today. As you guys can tell from the title already, one of the most frequently asked questions I've seen surrounding the game is a guardianship worth it? Well, let's find out in today's video. Before I start off the video, I just recently launched my own Discord server, so if you guys are looking for a fun, friendly, and helpful community, then look no further. If you're a new or returning player and have any burning questions or areas of the game you need help with, then you'll find that this Discord will be the perfect place for you, with plenty of people to help you out and with none of the toxicity. The link to join is up on the screen and will be down in the description as well. Hope to see you guys there. Adventure Quest was first released in 2002 and is now 20 years old as of 2022. A guardianship is a one-time payment of 1995 USD to basically unlock the entire game, save for the Z token items, which are items bought using the game's premium currency. So, in order to find out whether or not our 1995 one-time membership fee is worth it in a game that is 20 years old, we first have to see what benefits being a guardian gives us. Story and quests. I would say you can enjoy about 70% of the story without a guardianship and will still make perfect cohesive sense even if you missed out on the quests which are exclusive to guardians only. Most, if not all of the main quests do not require a guardianship to play, though there might be times where you can get stonewalled by higher level bosses due to the game's poor scaling for the older quests. That being said, those can usually be cheesed by using some broken equipment, but it remains to be seen if that will continue to be the case as the staff has recently started nerfing some of the more overpowered items. Otherwise, they are usually side quests with no impact on the game's overarching main story. In recent years, the developers have moved away from locking quests and story behind this paywall, and most, if not all recent quests do not require a guardianship in any way to play, though there are quite a few fights that minimally require you to be a guardian in order to beat. With that being said, if you're someone who's only interested in the game's story, then I would not recommend getting a guardianship since you can get almost the full experience without it. Level, stats, and gear. As mentioned earlier, some adventurers may have difficulties with certain fights, not only because of the level scaling, but also because adventurers are level capped at 135 as opposed to 150 for guardians. This means that not only will you be locked out of max level gear, but you're also missing out on 75 stat points. This might seem small in the grand scheme of things, but it does add up eventually. Additionally, a lot of the better items are usually guardian only, and even as an experienced player, I did have a bit of trouble looking for good equipment to use in the beginning for leveling when I embarked on my free-to-play Let's Play Adventure Quest series. You can check that series out, linked to the playlist in the top right hand corner of the screen. Because of all of this, the early to mid game experience was particularly bad, and I couldn't really do what I wanted and explore the game's story in peace until I leveled up to max and got some of the better gear. Then again, this is probably also a problem for guardians, so don't be too bothered by it. While guardianship doesn't do much to improve the early to mid-game experience, there's a significant difference when it comes to endgame. So if you're planning on playing this game for the long term, leveling to max, getting all the best gear, then I would say a guardianship is worth it. No drop equipment. Adventurers are locked to really bad no drop equipment with no way of changing it, whereas guardians have a much wider and more useful variety to choose from. Examples include the All set for defensive builds and the Ultra Guardian set for offensive builds. And of course, how can I mention no drop equipment without bringing in the two most well-known items in the entire game? Maybe even across all of AE's games. The Blade of Awe and the Dragon Blade. Guardians can quest for 5 pieces of the Blade of Awe and it comes with 7 specials, namely Summon Guardian Dragon, which is a harm nuke, Spiral Carve, a range special, All Blast, a magic special, Health Vamp, a special that damages the enemy and restores your health, Mana Vamp, a special that damages the enemy and restores your mana, Soul Vamp, a special that damages the enemy and restores your SP, and last but not least, the infamous Power Word Die, which has the ability to insta-kill most of the enemies in the game. The slightly less popular Dragon Blade can be gotten by fighting through all 8 Dragon Essences, or if you're lucky enough, through fighting Dragonkind, which is easier. It is a must-have when facing dragons of any type as it deals void damage and has a chance of poisoning dragons with harm damage. On top of all that, with the recent changes to the sub-races, Guardians also get an additional no-drop armor corresponding to their sub-race, which gives them the ability to have up to 9 armors in their active inventory as opposed to the standard 8. Sub-race armors are usually pretty powerful and can also be used for elemental coverage if you need space for utility armors. The no-drop equipment that Guardians get over adventurers are honestly so valuable that this alone is almost enough reason for the guardianship to be worth it if you ask me. Classes. As an adventurer, you'll be locked out of half of each class's skills, and these are usually the better ones. In the past, this wouldn't have mattered since classes are outdated at endgame, but with the recent revamp to the Paladin and Necromancer classes, they are one of the best, if not the best armors for their respective elements at endgame. With the upcoming Ranger and Archmage classes, I think now is the perfect time to upgrade to Guardian if you want to experience these classes at their fullest potential. Guardian Tower, as its name suggests, is an area exclusive to Guardians and is good for a variety of reasons. Firstly, there is the Moderator Gauntlet, which rewards you with the insanely broken Book of Burns weapon. If you need a guide on how to beat it, I have a video, link in the top right corner of the screen. Next, it gives you quick access to the Untrainer, and while you won't be untraining your stats often, it's much faster than dying and searching for him in Death's Realm. Lastly, it also gives you permanent access to the Void all year round, whereas the only way adventurers can access the Void is if it shows up on the events page. The Void usually has some really good monsters for farming gold, and beating the Void monsters also sometimes reward you with very good gear. One example is the Shenyaro form armor. On top of that, you also get access to the Guardian shop, which contains some very good equipment as well, like White Knight Z and Essence Orb. Access to the Guardian Tower alone already has so many benefits, so I would say it is worth getting a Guardianship in order to access the Guardian Tower. Gold and Z token caps. Guardians have a significantly higher daily gold cap than adventurers due to their higher level, and while this is usually a non-factor for most players, it means that it is almost impossible to place top 4 wars unless you're a Guardian. Gold farming will also obviously be slower, and this can be a large drawback if you're planning on participating in the gold donation contests. The daily Z token cap for Guardians are also doubled at 50, as opposed to the 25 for adventurers. If you're grinding to reach the token cap every day, it does add up to be quite a significant difference of approximately 750 tokens per month or 9,000 tokens per year. As such, if you really want to get the most bang out of your buck by spending the least amount of money in this game, then a Guardianship is probably the bare minimum. X-Guardians. At $24.95 USD for a direct upgrade from Adventurer, or $9.95 USD if upgrading from an existing Guardianship, X-Guardians gain an extra 10% gold and XP from battles, and have a 10% higher gold and XP cap. Apart from that, they have all the benefits Guardians get. Unless you're planning on getting the top placing for wars or donation contests, I personally do not feel that this is an upgrade worth getting, as in order to really make your money's worth, you have to put in the time and effort to cap every day. So, to conclude, is a Guardianship worth it in 2022? And to that, my answer is, it depends entirely on you. What type of player are you? Which of the things I mentioned are important to you, or do you value more? Do you think the one-time $20 membership fee is worth it in a game that is 20 years old? Only you have the answer to those questions. At the end of the day, everybody is different. There are some who wouldn't hesitate to drop a couple hundred, or even a couple $1,000 on a game they truly enjoy. And in the same vein, there are also those who wouldn't spend a single dime on games. I hope this video has helped you in making the decision. Did I miss out on anything? Let me know down in the comments below. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video, and if you have, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, and of course subscribe to my channel for more of such future content. Till the next time, I'm your host Korriban Gaming. Peace out.